What's up, everybody? It's your boy AlwayzCookz24 here with my special guest. I'll let him introduce himself.
What's up, y'all? I'm Spade. My little brother here cooks. My other brother here behind the camera, JJ all day.
Hey, one and only. What's up, everybody?
You know, we back, you know what I'm saying, back linked up. Last time y'all seen us together, I think we did a promo video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For some of your last moments in the wrestling ring.
Yeah.
You know, I still want you to come back one more time.
Nah, don't forget, we did the house show, Huntsville.
Oh, yeah,
We got
yeah.
that video.
Yeah.
I'll put that link down in the description if y'all want to check that out.
Yeah, we also, that's right. Okay. Cause they know that moment right there, that was a moment for me, man. You know what I'm saying? But we here talking a little wrestling, you know what I mean, a lot, whatever, wrestling news and just what we think about certain things and topics that's going on within the wrestling world. So, you know what I mean, any comments or anything you like about it or anything you want to say with us, make sure you leave it in the comments below and make sure you follow us. Once you see the little name, that's a shout out to the cameraman. Once you see the little names and ads, y'all know where to follow us at. And the links also will be in the description.
Yeah, and also, if you like wrestling, hit that like button right now before we even get started. If you like wrestling, hit that like button.
Please. Cameraman, can you make a like thing jump up here?
I got you right now. Boom, right there. There we go. Hit that like button if you watch wrestling. Let's go. Or was a fan of wrestling or whatever. Hit the like button.
Please. You know what I mean? So, man, what's your thoughts, man, just on the wrestling world in general? Let's just start from the top.
Man, I'm going to say within the past, it's 2025 now, so we're going to say from 2020, late 22 on, it's been really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's been picking up. I hear people in everyday life talking about it again now, you know. A lot of people are really, really excited about different directions, things going on. And like, don't get me wrong. I know it's like, you know, everything ain't perfect. Of course, you know, you always going to have some detractors, so to speak. But for the general public that enjoy it, man, they're all excited about it.
Yes.
You know, you got WWE back at #1. You got your AEW / Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
But also you got like TNA and NWA. You got New Japan, you got Mexico, you know, Lucha Libre. You got all kind of independents are picking up. You got all kind of different levels of wrestling that people can get excited about. Like, you know, they might not be able to pay $100, $200 for a WWE ticket, but you can pay about, you know, $20 to go see your indie show and get some of the same action.
Cover $5 extra, you can sit VIP. You know what I mean? Like, straight up. Also, you know, like you were just talking about, like the NWAs and the Ring of Honors and the, you know, TNAs, like those companies. Like, what do you like best about those companies? Because for me, I like their storylines because I feel like their storylines hit closer to home without all the lights and camera. You're just getting whatever they, you know, got going on. I just feel like the companies that aren't looked at as the best are the ones that is harder to find on the channel, but once you find them, you binge watch or you watch whatever you can, trying to find out when it come on again. You know what I'm saying? Me being a web surfer, I can find me a channel and watch wrestling. You know what I'm saying? So what's your thoughts on like the NWAs and the Ring of Honors and the New World Japans and those companies? What's your thoughts on those?
Start with like NWA and TNA. What I like about them is the intimacy of it. You know, it's like, you know, ever since the pandemic hit, people were trying to find different ways of you know, continuing on what they were doing as well as entertaining the crowd.
Yes, sir.
And even though they got smaller, it's like they got better because like now the people that are watching, either on TV or in the studio or whatever, the people that are watching, is like now they have a relationship, so to speak, with whatever wrestler, whether they heel or face, male or female. They have a different relationship with them, so it's like they know them. I like that part of it. Storylines, like you said, are more interesting.
Yeah.
You know, they hit more home, and it's just like, and then at the same time, and I love WWE, and it's like, I know this might feel like a diss, but it's not. But like with the TNA, with an NWA, you focus more on the wrestling part.
Yeah.
Not just the sports entertainment part.
I agree.
So I like that
I agree
a lot about it.
I agree big time on that, man. Just watching TNA and, you know what I'm saying, or TNA now, is it TNA Impact or is it still
It's well, I guess still TNA.
Okay.
You know, with Impact Wrestling, but still TNA.
And seeing athleticism out of a lot of those to the point to now where they are working with some of the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? I like just to throw one name out there. What's his name? Joe Henry?
Joe Henry.
Joe Henry. Like that dude right there, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you can see his face, he might make a appearance in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
What's her name? The
Jordan
woman?
Grace.
Hey, when I say, I mean she right. Like as far as athletically, she is built for it.
Man, I watched last year's Royal Rumble yesterday and last night, and when she came out and like the pop from the crowd, and now it's like, you know, a lot of people are speculating that once her TNA contract is up, like WWE finna scoop her up, because you know she been in NXT a lot.
Yeah. Do you think?
I think it's a strong possibility.
Strong possibility.
It is like
how well she gonna shine though?
I think she shined good because she did well under HBK's booking in NXT. She did well, and I think when she get, you know, if she does come over,
right,
she got anywhere she could choose because she's just that good.
Yeah.
She could go to NXT. They could start off there and continue on with what she was doing, or they can go ahead and stick on the main roster because, like, you know, she got history with a few of the ladies on the main roster. Naomi, Trinity being one of them. And like that spot last year in the Rumble when she came out and like they hugged each other because they had just got done having a match for the Knockouts title at that time before Naomi came back to WWE. And I was like, yeah, that would be something like people would love to see.
To see that connection go. And then to also see her go up against some of the best talent. Now, if she went to AEW, do you think she would shine over there or get lost in the lineup?
Lost in the shuffle. Like shine at first and then get lost in the shuffle. Because it seems like that's AEW's MO when it comes to new talent coming in. It's like, we're going to promote you, you're going to shine, blah, blah, and then after a while they get lost in the shuffle. Like, it's the only thing about AEW that's like, just kind of with me, you know what I mean?
So let's stay with AEW for a few moments. As far as their storylines and the way they run the show, how do you know? So how did it look to you, knowing that you've been part of a program and this and that? Because sometimes you watch the show and you don't know which way they're going. And also, I can see remnants of old storylines from other organizations that they're using, recycling, and they might think in their head, we're going to do this storyline better. We're not going to copy them, but you're going to see, if you jump dots, you'll see, okay, you can connect the dots, but it seems like it don't mesh.
Let me throw in one. The Moxley and them storyline.
Yeah.
That's one particular. How many times have we seen that?
It made me think NWO. It made me think Perry Saturn, Benoit.
The Radicals.
Made me think about the Radicals.
I forgot about it. That's a good one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I can think of, even make me think Aces and Eights. You know what I'm saying? The way they started. We come in the ring and we make a move and we jump on your favorite peoples and then we stand there with our, you know, like, look what we doing. Y'all know who he is. Through the crowd, even the Shield done it. Even the Shield done it. So
Nexus
done it. They sure enough done it. They wiped the floor with Cena.
I think they dropped the ball with them though. They had so much potential.
Yeah, they did.
True.
I think, Cooks, to answer your question, it's like, it's hard to watch because I'm like, you know, don't get me wrong, for years, I would say, like, you know, for certain wrestling organizations, like, hey, go back and get something from back in the day and, you know, bring it here and put your own twist and spin on it. A lot of times it'll work and sometimes it don't. But it's all about your execution. How are you going to present this? How are you going to go out and execute this, perform this? And I think with AEW, like a lot of things, that I ain't going to say they're trying too hard. Maybe they're trying too much. And I don't mean like just quit. It's just like, you know, like sometimes go out and just have a wrestling match. Yeah. You know, and let the match tell the story. And then once the people are into it, they're into the match and into the match, they'll get into the story. You can follow along with different things, different aspects and elements to build that feud up. But I think a lot of times, you know, with like how we say we live in a microwave society, you want things boom, 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 right here and right now. You don't want to.
What's next?
Yeah, you don't want to wait for the oven. You want the microwave. And so I think a lot of things with AEW is like it's a microwave, not oven. It's like, no, let it saturate, let it sit, build it up. But at the same time, like we just got through talking about with Jordan Grace, when you bring a new person in, don't let them shine, and then once this is over, we're like, okay, we're gonna put you over here, and now we're gonna get somebody else. It's like, no, y'all can keep people shining, because the whole thing is of wrestling is basically like a dance. You have your dance partner. Now, how we gonna be the best dancers? Are we gonna be like the kid and play, you know, of the group, or we gonna be like I'm trying to think of whatever boy band it was, New Kids on the Block or something like that. Yeah,
Insane.
yeah. Or are we gonna be like them? You know what I'm saying? Whereas like, you know, Kid and Play had flair, they had style, they had substance. The other ones, it seemed like, and forgive for anybody that might be a fan of them, but it seemed like they were all just like cookie cutter of each other. Yeah. So it's like, is your wrestling gonna be like that? You know?
Great point. That's a great point.
Now with the whole AEW, you said focus on the wrestling. Now, do you feel like they over wrestle sometimes?
I don't feel like they over wrestle. I feel
if I'm wording that right, yeah.
But I know what you mean.
Okay.
Because I was gonna say I don't feel like they over wrestle. I feel like they over spectate, like put on too much of a spectacle.
Yeah, you go ahead. Okay.
You know,
I would say Ospreay and what's the
Ricochet.
Not Ricochet, the other guy. His homeboy. He turned on him. He cut his hair.
Oh shoot.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I watched it. I watched it.
I know you're talking about too. I can't call his name right now.
But that's supposed to be like his protege. Dude.
Yeah,
him.
And when he said, "I'm not gonna be like you because I'm cutting my hair," he started cutting the hair out. I remember that.
Name? What the hell?
I remember that. I'll never remember the name. I have to see it. I can't remember.
But I feel like when you have a guy like Will Ospreay, a guy like Ricochet, you know, that's so super athletic.
Super Saiyan matching right there. All kind of moves in the air.
And they do all this stuff, and it's just like, I know a lot of old school wrestlers and old school pundits are like, that's not wrestling. And I get it. Wrestling has evolved. I understand that much too. At the same time, it's just like, man, you know, like certain moves that you do should be devastating and devastating looking. Like you can't just break them out week in and week out, and then it's like kicking. Because I'm like, now it don't make it special. It's like when we were talking about before, TNA, you know, back in the early 2000s when you had Petey Williams doing a Canadian Destroyer.
That's the one.
The flipping power drive.
Hold your arms.
When he would hook you and do a flip and hit you with the power drive.
Gotcha.
It was like, that was such a sick move, and it was like, nobody's ever seen a move like that before. And it was like, yo, man, it looked like it killed people, you know what I'm saying? It'll put you down for the count, 1, 2, 3. Now, everybody's doing it. And I'm like, it don't make the move special. It don't make the match special, because I'm like, why in the world, if I'm still in the ring, why in the world, if I hit a Canadian Destroyer on somebody, they gonna kick out?
Super kick in the same boat.
Super kick is the same thing. DDT the same thing.
And I remember also, just to add to that, when Macho Man flew off that rope and put that elbow on you, you ain't kicking out.
Nope.
Unless you're an Ultimate Warrior.
That's different.
And that's about the only other somebody I could see kicking out of that from back in the day. Because how Ultimate Warrior was, him and Hulk Hogan was probably the only
two.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That was like the unbeatable superstars and Andre the Giant. But rarely anybody got him down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
to piggyback off that last conversation we was having about the Ospreay, it was Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah,
Kyle Fletcher.
Okay. Yeah, I had to look at it. It was bothering me. I'm sorry. I had to look at it.
Got the fact check.
I know that's right.
Kyle Fletcher. Yo.
Check the fact. Yeah.
They put on a great match though, but it just sometimes they matches be on regular TV, but over the top pay-per-view type matches. What's they WrestleMania called? What is it? The big event they have in the other country.
Wrestle Kingdom.
Wrestle Kingdom.
That's what it is? Okay.
If not that, I mean, you know, besides we got All In.
Then
we got
they biggest ones that they have.
All In, Wrestle Kingdom.
They had one.
I don't know why I can't think of. It's another one, big one. I can't think of what that mug is.
One more.
No, that's All In with the poker chip. That's All In, ain't it?
That's all
In. They started out.
That's
with
Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing. Yeah.
That's it. Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing. And then Wrestle Kingdom, and then
All In.
Okay.
So it's like
we missing one. Saying like
I feel like that too. Cause like, okay, let me ask you this, ask you in a better way. What would their SummerSlam be?
honestly, I can't even think of that right now.
Good.
Is it Forbidden Door?
That's another one.
That's another one.
Okay, I think that's them.
Is it All In, Forbidden Door, Revolution?
Revolution.
Is it Double or Nothing?
Mm-hmm.
All In and All Out. Yeah, okay. I think that's it though.
Okay.
I think All In is their WrestleMania, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Because then it's like, that's when they want to bring people in from different places.
Okay.
Yeah.
All In. Okay.
Yeah.
Got you now.
Makes sense.
You got to read I forgot the subliminal messages also be in the titles too.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay. So, and then with TNA, like Slammiversary, that's
That's their WrestleMania.
That's their WrestleMania.
That's their biggest pay-per-view.
And then, what else they got?
Bound for Glory.
Bound for Glory. That's
a big one.
Would you say that's their Royal Rumble or that's their SummerSlam?
I would say Bound for Glory is probably
the hype.
I would say probably their maybe their SummerSlam, even though it takes place like in the fall.
SummerSlam.
In the fall, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
I would say it's more common than SummerSlam.
So what's their early year? Like what, do they got an event coming these next couple of months, anything? Because I know it's going to be hard to hear them because of AEW headlines and WWE
I know they
headlines.
used to have, what was it called back in the day? Lockdown. Where you had every match inside the steel cage. And I was like, when I used to watch it back in the day and watch it, I was like, man, I love that concept because even the ladies would be fighting inside the steel cage. Mm-hmm. And that was something that WWE didn't do.
Did you like it in WCW? Starcade?
Yes.
Oh
Like
yeah.
back then?
I
Yes.
like all them.
Yes.
Starcade. What's the one that they took from and used as a NXT Halloween Havoc?
Halloween Havoc.
It's another one.
Great American
Bash was my one. That was my one. Sting used to come out. Surfer Sting used to come out. That was my one. Great American Bash, which I don't think Ric Flair lost at a Great American Bash.
It might not have. Great American Bash.
Just a guess now. It's a guess. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it seemed like those matches right there, like people like Arn Anderson and them, they always prevailed. The bad guys always,
War Games too, man.
Yeah, War Games.
I used to love War Games back at WCW.
Man.
It was the truth.
And so we're at the moment where the factions, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of factions going on. I remember me and Jay was talking weeks ago about, I mentioned to him that, man, I said, I feel like these last 2 years have been just some years of factions.
Yeah.
In all the arenas, you know what I'm saying? So, like, when you look at the factions and the tag teams throughout the wrestling the past 5 years, do you feel like it's got stronger as far as what you've been viewing? Because I know personal life, you got to go to work and handle your personal business, but from what you've been seeing and keeping up with, you know what I'm saying, do you feel like the factions and tag teams are getting stronger as we progress, or, you know, you still, or just ain't seen much to judge it for yourself?
A little bit of both. I hadn't watched a whole lot, but what I have watched, I feel like it is getting stronger. Because I'm like, now you don't, you necessarily don't have a faction that's holding all the championships again anymore. Now, don't get me wrong, I love when that happens, because I'm like, now you got to find somebody that's going to knock the king off his throne.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I like, having different factions and faction wars, because I'm like, at the same time, it's like, well, that gives people something to do. Give you something to feud about.
Camera time, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, take a pay-per-view like Survivor Series War Games. You had like years ago, couple of years ago, I think too, you had the Bloodline versus,
Baby faces.
Yeah. And the Bloodline prevailed, and then it's like this year you have the OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline, and I'm like, that was pretty dope. So like I said, give something to do, and it keeps that story being told. And I know, like in AEW, you had was it the Blackpool Club? Is that right?
I want to say that's right. What wrestlers?
It's Moxley.
Moxley.
Yeah.
And Claudio and Brian Danielson before they kicked him out.
What's the other guy name? With the black hair.
Oh, the Asian guy.
Oh shoot.
I can't think his name to save my life. Back check.
But you had them.
Wheeler. And then Pac with them too, right? Pac.
Forgot about him.
Yeah,
I feel like he hard.
Yeah, Pac.
Pac nasty.
Man,
Pac nasty.
I can't wait till that dude come back.
Pac nasty.
I've been missing. He just been taking time off.
Right.
He ain't been hurt. He just been taking time off.
Why a dude like him? Because he got the toughness, you know what I'm saying? It seems, you know, I understand why they roll with Moxley as the leader. And then, you know, what's his name? What's the other name? I don't want to call him by a WWE name.
Claudio.
But
no, that's WWE name, is it?
Yeah, the old name was Cesario.
There you go.
I ain't want to say Cesario.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
So Claudio.
Claudio
Like, he the strong arm, you know what I'm saying? Then you got the little woman that like to jump in the way all the time. Everybody got to have one of them.
Like a fake China.
And then the Wheeler dude, either he do it or don't do it, and so he to take the most bumps and hits at those times, or like when all the good guys have him surrounded, it's just him.
Yeah.
Every faction has a punching bag.
Yeah, he the one. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, like, I thought they was going somewhere with that and more people was going to join, but now I didn't realize Pac been missing. Because what happened at that last one, I feel like if Pac had been there, it might have been a different outcome. You know what I'm saying? Because he always kind of come right in that moment where you think it's... But anyway, how do you know what I'm saying, with that faction, and then you got like the Dark Order with, what's my man's name?
Evil Uno.
Yeah. And the big man, and the other one, little Murphy. That's a little tough little dude. Like, I feel like he got tougher. And it's like that faction, and then
That's House of Black.
House of Black.
House of Black. Yeah.
House of Black.
Okay, yeah.
House of Black.
Okay, House of Black. Yeah.
Then you got,
I like them.
you know, the leaders of the whole thing. What you call them?
You got the Learning Tree.
Learning Tree.
Chris Jericho and them, Young Bucks.
And then the Young Bucks. Is that Young Bucks part of Learning Tree?
No.
Learning
Tree is what's Big Cass. That's not his name in not in AEW. He's something else. But Big Cass.
Morrissey.
There you go.
And then him is that little big dude. And another little big dude with him.
Yeah.
Cause I remember watching them in a tag match, and the little dude, he like a little black dude.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Leo, is it?
Wasn't Leo. Leo's still on his own.
He need to be with somebody. Leo. Though.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the Young Bucks and their crew.
Syndicate.
Yeah. So, and then the Hurt Syndicate. That's what they call now?
Yeah, and then you got the Scissor Me, which they like they about to break up.
Yeah, I saw that the other night.
Yeah, I can see it.
I saw that the other night.
They walk out on each other, different situations. So, yeah.
So they finna break up. And that's funny you say that, because didn't one of them get offered the Hurt Syndicate? Didn't they offer him a card? So it's funny that's going like that. Well, what would happen with Billy?
I guess.
Because his boys, do they still run together?
They still
I
together.
think they still together, but they ain't with him.
They ain't messing with him.
Yeah.
And don't they run with a little crew? Don't they got a little crew?
That's
I think so too.
That's not Jay White crew, is it? No, Jay White got their faction. Jay White.
That's another one.
Damn, AEW full of
See all
factions.
them
So that's what I'm saying. The only thing like is good, at the same time it's bad. Like you said, give some people something to do, but just like, you know, we trying to name, like, you know, I don't watch AEW that much. But man, trying to name all them, it's like, damn, that's a lot.
The one that was beefing with MJF, they got a faction. Adam Cole, they.
What's it called? Best Friends?
No. Best friend.
That's Chuck Taylor and
there you go.
What's that guy's
Adam
name?
Adam Cole and them is.
I can't think of his name.
The black and yellow. I can't think of their name.
Who called the Elite?
That's the Young Bucks in them. That was Kenny Omega in them.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's supposed to be coming back soon if he haven't already.
Yeah, he coming. I think he is back already.
Okay.
I think he has come back.
I like old Kenny. That's my guy.
Well, that's just the AEW side.
Yeah, that's a lot of dang factions, man.
If you went to TNA, you got Moose and his squad.
So who in his faction? Moose and who else?
It's Moose. It's the dude from the Wolves. Remember the dude from the Wolves?
And let's see, Edwards.
Edwards.
I didn't know that.
Then
Eddie Edwards, I think that's his name.
Then it's dang, who else part of that squad? Moose, him. It's a woman part of that squad.
Look, I'll try to find my phone so I can fact check.
The other little dude that came from WWE, he with them. He like on the Buddy Murphy type level.
Oh, you talking about not Mustafa.
The other dude.
Okay.
Little white dude, because he used to get beat all the time, but then when he made the TNA, everything changed because he called himself the best wrestler in the world.
Oh, Nick Nemeth.
Not him, but he over there though too.
He was taking ass whoopings WWE.
And his little brother.
But he became the world champion now.
And his little brother with him too.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even know he had a little brother.
Yeah, because he was wrestling in AEW for a minute. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So he over there.
Ryan Nemeth, he was wrestling in AEW for a minute. Then when Nick or Dolph's contract with WWE was up, he left there. So it was like, because AEW would acknowledge it that Dolph Ziggler was his brother, but of course WWE wouldn't. Mm-hmm. And then now they both in TNA, so now I was like, hey, they ain't really got no choice but to.
Got no choice now. Okay. I want to think if you can't see that dude name, because when he say it, you know it off the top, because he's
with Moose.
Mm-hmm.
With Moose now. Long, he got hair, long, little brown looking red hair coming down by to the neck.
It's like, man, I want to call it.
Myers, is it?
There you go.
Yeah.
Brian Myers.
What was his name in AEW though? I mean, in WWE.
Kurt Hawkins.
There you go.
There it is.
Yep.
That's it. Him and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to say 5 or 6 of them in that group, but the ones I remember the most is
Eddie Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Young with them? No.
He broke off.
Yeah,
he was, but he broke off.
He did.
Yep.
Then you got
Kazarian still wrestling too. That's
Kazarian. Yeah, he's still there.
That's crazy.
I'm trying to think of who else, which I watch. But those factions are the ones that they really talk about the most.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because TNA still give me the independent feel. Like when I see the crowd, like it's like, it might not be 10,000, but it's a strong crowd in there. You know what I'm saying? And I liked it. Like I love that part of it. You know what I'm saying?
That's one thing. Like one of my wrestling brothers, I was kicking it with him one time, and we was watching the TNA got like the WWE network. They had their own thing too.
Yeah.
And he was telling me about it, and I was scrolling through and watching some of his stuff. Like, yo, man, some of this stuff is like really good.
Yes.
Like, dang.
Yes.
It is really good. So like, don't sleep on TNA.
The 8-sided ring. Mm-hmm. Is that what it was called? Used to be called back then?
6-side.
6-side ring.
Yeah.
And Hanging X.
The X division matches were always good.
Like when I think TNA, first name that come to mind is AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like he's one of the main hearts of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I give him his props all day, man. And then like the condition that he in now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, he need to be back. He need to be back at the top of the ladder one more time.
I want to see him be the world champ one more time.
I would like to see that
before he call it quits.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, he put in a lot of work, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he re-injured himself when he came back, right?
Mm-hmm.
First match back.
So,
yep. You know what I'm saying? I really shout out to AJ Styles, man. You know what I'm saying? I definitely hope that he come back and then get that run that he need to get.
On a side note, I thought about this because I was like, one match I would love, or a feud I would love to see would be AJ Styles versus Montez Ford.
Oh,
I think that would be a good one.
Yeah, I do too.
Now let's stay on Montez Ford. Do you feel a split is needed, or keep them together? Because they've been flirting with it for the last, I want to say, 2 years now, maybe. They've been teasing it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel now is needed, but I don't feel like one should turn on the other. I feel like they should just split. It's like, I hate to put it this way, but like, you have a girlfriend and like, y'all just split apart. You know what I'm saying? Neither one of y'all stepped out. Just like you just get to the point like, well, that's just it, and just split apart. So I feel like they should do that with the Profits and like, let them, because I'm like, both of them are good enough to where they could do a great singles run.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Both of them. And I would like to see either one of them be U.S. champ, one be Intercontinental champ, and then, kind of rise to the world title status. But it's like, go ahead and do it now, because I'm like, you're not really, they put on good matches. As the Street Profits, they put on, but I'm like, you didn't put the tag team titles on in well over 2 years, 2 or 3 years, and I'm like, what are you doing with these guys now? Mm-hmm.
what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? While we're in WWE, so tag teams, factions in WWE. What do you think about those?
I think they're used a little bit better. Just not like we just talked about with AEW having so many you couldn't even name them all and who's in them. Like, man, that's oversaturation.
You're still missing a bunch.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah. So it seems like everybody in AEW is in a faction. It seems like, whereas WWE is like it's used a little bit more sparingly. And I know like the biggest one, of course, is like the two bloodlines. With them feuding each other, so it's like that's cool because like now they're interacting. But you have more tag teams now than you have factions, and I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool. The other two factions are the Wyatt Six and
the end of the New Day or the beginning of the New Day.
Don't forget.
Karrion Kross's
his squad, and then the little Chad Gable, his squad.
Yeah,
Alpha Team.
Yeah.
Then you had the one with the three females, the three ladies. They can't get it right with them.
Yeah. Start out 4 of them because of Bailey, right? You talking about them?
Not that one. I'm
Not them.
I'm talking about
Which ones?
the girl that used to feud with she came from MMA or whatever. She was working with Ronda Rousey.
Oh, he talking
Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
What's their little crew called?
Z something.
Yeah, they came up with a name for themselves.
Pure infection or something like that. Something crazy. I don't know what the name. I'm like, every time I hear it, I'm kind of like, what in the hell?
Yeah, because
I can't like, leader, come up with a new name.
The little leader, I don't remember her winning the match. No, you know what I mean? Like,
was she a GM or something?
Yeah. Nah, she a top man. Yeah.
It's what's her name?
Sasha Deville.
Sonya Deville. Yeah, Sonya Deville, Zoe Stark, and Shayna Baszler.
Ain't no bags.
And I'm like,
Queen of Spades.
And I'm sitting there like, hey, y'all ain't doing shit with her.
Nothing.
They walking around like they tough. There's no way. They like a watered down damage control.
Yeah.
Which is...
And it's like, I don't mind factions, but it's like, yeah, man, do something with them. Like for instance, the Wyatt Six, I would, turn them heel. Or at least, give them a little bit of more of an edge where it's almost leaning in toward being a heel, but not really.
So, let me ask you this, just to add to that point, since you brought it up. If they add Alexa Bliss back to them, Monday Night Raw, Netflix, what do you think? Do you think it's going to help them, or is it just adding, is it going to help them, or is it going to help her?
I don't think either. And like I know Alexa was popular with her character when she was paired off with Bray.
That's Bray.
So exactly. So I don't necessarily think that it's going to help either way if they bring her back and put her with this group because he's no longer here. Like I remember when he was doing The Fiend, and that little thing would flash up, and she would just like hypnotized, mesmerized about it. Yeah, in a trance, and it was like, yo, if y'all had pulled the trigger then, that would have made some sense. But for whatever reason, they didn't. And I fine. So it's like now I'm kind of like, I don't know if you could use that. I mean, maybe so, but it's like, to me, I think if they were to do that, then she would have to kind of become the de facto leader of the group. And that I ain't gonna necessarily say that would be a good or a bad thing. Like, it might be what it is.
You think the brother doing a good job of being the leader?
I think so. I think so. It's just like I said, they just need that one little to kind of get over that hump, so to speak.
Okay.
I feel like I like Dexter Lumis as a singles. I liked him when he was crazy, doing that crazy with the Miz during the time. Yeah, by himself. I feel like he's strong on his own.
Yeah.
Nikki Cross, I feel like she needed that.
I see it helping her. I see it helping her.
But if you bring Alexa back to that, it kind of puts so much shadow on top of her.
Let me ask you this: what if they brought her back and now they have an actual women's tag team?
Them two?
Yeah,
I like that.
Even though I don't know how many matches they will win, but I'm just throwing that little Easter egg in there. I can see them two two crazy Wyatt Six girls going for the tag titles. You know what I'm saying? I can see that. I can see WWE trying that. You know what I mean? I don't know how far it would go, even if it ever happened, but that get them two women to play around in the women's division with, because they haven't really went for any titles yet, right?
No, they hadn't.
So